Hey everyone, welcome back.
Yep.
This is Paul and Ryan's show today.
We are here.
We're here in Novato, California, and we're going to we're on the Indian Valley College of Marin campus. And if you go all the way down to the end of the road in the parking lot, there's a field here called Ernie Gray Fields, and then there's trails that go up. And we just had heavy rains yesterday, and we're going to go check out a waterfall up here. So let's go check it out. It should be pretty awesome.
Should be fun.
All right.
See you in a moment.
We're here, and we're going to go up on one of these. There's a waterfall trail there.
So
it's the next left.
Ken Hearth Trail.
Here's a little quagmire in here. We just heard frogs croaking, but they heard us.
Over there.
That one needs work on his croak.
He does.
Well, folks, here's the waterfall. It's amazing how big it is. It's like a foot big. Or just pulling your leg. It's not the waterfall yet. I don't know if you can see it over there, but there's a coyote. He's hungry.
Yeah, he's looking.
I don't have any mouths for you, Mises.
Coyotes are so cool.
I got him some pocket of peanuts.
What's cool about them is actually they've been known to befriend other animals who are around their size. And
he's leaving.
yeah, he's heading out though.
He's got a pretty coat. See you later.
Good tail too. Got a good black part at the end.
Check out the moss, and then the way the trees, the plants roots are like invading this whole tree here.
They're climbing up for the sun.
All the way up.
Yeah. Moss pelts are so thick.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be good if more people would do that.
Well, because of moments like this, it's like, this is so calming, and and you don't always have to do it, but I feel like so many people are losing balance. It's like you gotta have balance in your life.
Yeah, but not a lot of people have access to this kind of nature.
That is true. I'm
like
privileged.
We do.
I'm very privileged when I say this. Like, if I lived
in the middle of a city.
Yeah, if I live, well, in the city, there's also stuff to do. But if I lived in the middle of nowhere in like Texas, I wouldn't be saying this. But if you have access to beautiful nature, it's absolutely worth, appreciating in its fullest extent.
Check these mushrooms out.
Oh, hold on. Litter. Ooh.
There's some over here too.
Interesting.
Mushroom alert.
I actually think those might be poisonous.
Well, most of them are. Right?
Well, not most of them. It's like about a third. About like a third of them are benign and like edible. About a third of them are poisonous.
Check that out.
And then about a third of them are like psychedelic.
That doesn't even look like it. It almost looks like man-made, like it's fabric or something. Wow, that's a cool looking one. Look at these red ones.
Oh, that's definitely like something. Colors usually means shit in nature. They usually mean bad.
Lots of mushrooms. So speaking of mushrooms, I lived on Maui in 1979, and I met this guy. We were camping. We moved to Maui with the plan to get a place to stay, but we moved there with no place to stay. And me and my mom bought tents, and we decided to camp. And campgrounds have a limited time you could stay there, so we had to bounce around. We get to one campground, and there's this one like Grateful Dead hippie type guy, and we became friends, and he invited me to go on a mushroom hunt, and I found out it was psychedelic mushrooms that he was hunting. And he was I was 14 years old going on psychedelic mushroom hunts with this guy, and he would get bags of them and then take them to Lahaina. By the way, Lahaina, I feel for the people that had that horrible firestorm. But back then, he'd take them to Lahaina and sell them to the tourists, and he'd make like $200 for a bag of mushrooms. But he showed me that they grow in the cow manure.
Yeah.
And so that was an interesting memory I have of Maui.
That's a cordyceps.
And then Ryan's showing some other ones here.
So I don't know what this is for sure, but it does have the same structure at the very least of cordyceps fungus, which is a very interesting fungus. It's actually a parasitic fungus. It's only parasitic to ants, but it actually zombifies ants.
What?
Yeah, it's a real life thing. Cordyceps fungus will infect an ant, and it will grow inside of the ant's body until it reaches the brain, and when it reaches the brain, it will infect the ant and take it, and the ant will like suddenly want to go to a nice warm and moist place to die, and then the mushroom will fertilize that area.
What a nice mushroom.
There's actually the very famous video game The Last of Us. The entire concept of that zombie apocalypse is just an evolution of the cordyceps fungus that affects humans. So yeah, something interesting to ponder. But that was a great story, though. That's like, I mean,
yep.
That's an
That's my magic
right
mushroom
there.
story of being 14 in Maui.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Yep. Big mushroom alert.
Get a leaf or something here. Try and scrape this off.
Yeah, there are certain types that chefs will buy from you. There are people that will go chantilly. Are they chantals or?
Chanterelles or something. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And what is this over here?
That's a beehive.
I was going to say, is that a little
That's a hive.
Yeah.
Depending
Must
on.
have been right above us at one point.
Yeah,
up there.
Oh yeah. So wait, hold on. Let me test something, like real quick while we're looking.
Maybe
at the
there's some
beehive.
dead bees in it, or honey, or.
Let me see. So you can actually see that the beehive here, it is white. And when it's white and it's only honeycomb patterns like this, and it's white on the inside, that means that this hive is made of paper. And paper hives are made by hornets. And they're made by yellow jackets only. So this is a hornet's nest, not a bee's nest. And that's the way you can tell.
Look, there's remnants of one, maybe.
Yeah. So, like, that's how you can tell. So, like, you can see that it is all larvae. There's no honey deposits. It's only larva deposits, and that's because it's a hornet's nest.
Wow, that would be something you'd not want to happen upon.
Yeah.
Way up there in the
tree.
tree.
Do not make honey. They only reproduce.
Wow.
So, that's how you tell the difference. Dude, this is cool. There's so much.
I feel like I'm walking with Mrs. Terwilliger right now.
I don't know, bro. I just pick up stuff.
Mrs. Terwilliger was a famous lady in Marin County that did nature hikes.
Oh, really? No, you see, if there were mushrooms growing out of this like wood compost and stuff here, specifically psychedelic mushrooms love growing out of compost.
Well,
and waste.
I discovered that in Maui that they grow out of the cow patties.
Yeah. Oh, this is really.
Little mossy rock and some ferns and some butterflies and moths or something flying around.
So this is something I want to say with mushrooms. If you're not 100% certain, you should never put it in your body. You should never take it. But I'm going to grab a leaf here. Something to pick it up and cover my fingers. That way I don't touch an orifice, like my eyes or my mouth.
Yeah.
So you can see how this is black and blue on the underside. I don't know 100%, but I'm fairly certain that this is a psychedelic mushroom.
Okay.
Psychedelic mushrooms, what defines, you can actually see the psilocybin in the mushroom, and it is blue and it is black. So if you were to pick, if I were to grab this, you can see that the stem is a little blue. I'm pretty sure if you dried that out and you ate it, you'd probably be on the trip of a lifetime. So there you go. Fun little Nintendo fact. In the game Super Mario Brothers, if it isn't already abundantly obvious that Super Mario Brothers is heavily influenced by psychedelics, in the game Mario Brothers, the reason the red mushroom with spots turns you big is because the red mushroom with spots in real life makes you feel like you're big. So there you go. And we're here.
Mario.
Yeah,
it looks like we arrived to the waterfall.
Yeah, I guess we're here. I didn't realize it was this close.
As I recall, above it, there's a bunch of smooth rocks.
Oh, really?
It's raging pretty good. Yeah, there's a newt. Salamander. Look, it's hanging on the rock.
Oh my god.
There's one in the water too. Ryan's going for it. There's a rock right there. Put your foot on that. There you go.
Yeah?
The focal range is about a foot.
Okay.
Look at it. It's leaving.
Dude, that's so cool.
The other one's So check out the moss on the rocks going all the way up. Vibrant green color. And it's like a velvet carpet. All right, here we are above the waterfall. You can see how all the debris has made a little blockage in the stream here from all the rain we got overnight. Another mushroom.
Red.
Yeah.
Cool looking underside.
Yeah, definitely. We're in the land of mushrooms.
We are. So cool. And something that's fascinating, I've definitely said this on another video for sure, because like this has to have come up. But the mushroom, the part you see and everyone thinks of as a mushroom, that is just what is known as the fruiting body. That is just the part of the mushroom that shows. 80% of the mushroom lives underground and burrows its way through the dirt in the form of mycelium. The only reason that the big mushrooms pop up is if a colony of mycelium is underneath the ground. And that's actually the same reason why...
do they need sunlight to grow?
Actually, no, they're decomposers. They feed off of the dead things on the ground. They're not plants, technically.
Okay.
That's actually the same reason why moldy bread is bad, no matter what slice is moldy. because the mycelium of the mold has grown throughout the whole bread, even if you can't see it. Because the mold is only the fruiting body. It's only the part that shows. So, the more you know.
Fun fact.
Yeah. I believe there's a forest in Africa. It's either Africa or South America, where it's all one mushroom. There are mushrooms throughout the entire forest. Yeah, there are mushrooms throughout the entire forest. You walk and it's like a fairy tale, and there are mushrooms everywhere. And also, there's a crazy one right here.
Huh.
That one.
Yeah, cliff-dwelling mushroom.
So you'll walk in this forest and there'll be mushrooms everywhere, but they're all part of the same mycelium. Oh, there's one right here too.
Foot mushroom. We can name them on the spot.
So there's actually, it goes beyond this, because it's not just mushrooms. Life is fascinating, because there's a tree on this planet that has lived longer than the very first human has ever lived.
That's in Africa, right?
No, I think it's actually somewhere in New Zealand or Iceland, but it has lived longer than the human race.
A tree.
A tree. It is alive. The same tree, the same DNA. And the reason that it's able to do this is that trunk, the top half of the tree, is not the tree. That is just what is the fruiting body. It is just the small part that is showing.
Right.
The tree is the massive root system underground. That trunk has actually been taken out millions of times over the course of the thousands and thousands of years that humanity has evolved from, you know, Neanderthals. And what happens is that trunk is taken out. You have the what do you call it? The stump left.
Yep.
And it starts to crown sprout, where the roots will grow a new tree from the stump with the exact same DNA and the exact same genetic material as the tree that was alive.
Wow.
So even though the trunk has been taken down, the genetic material of that tree is older than human life itself. So it's very fascinating. Nature is very fascinating. It's very interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That tree has watched humans do everything. It's watched the Roman Empire. It's watched us discover how to smith, discover how to do literally everything that's important and integral to how we operate fundamentally as human beings now.
Yep.
That tree was around before any of that was around, and it's still here today, which is pretty cool.
That is definitely cool.
This has about, make sure I get it like a little leaf to push it with. This has about 5 mushroom heads. One's a little bit attached, but you can see the color is very fleshy almost.
Yeah.
Very red.
Growing out of the stump.
And this is the kind of stuff caught myself. This is the kind of, you can keep that in. This is the kind of stuff that like really makes me interested in learning about mushrooms. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Just very interesting.
We're moving along the creek, going to another waterfall that we just discovered. A nice hiker. We asked if there's another waterfall, and he says, yeah, you're about a couple blocks away from one. There's your postcard moment shot. Everywhere we go, there's like amazing little pathway of stairs here. Certainly nice up here. And someone built a nice stairway. Probably the Conservation Corps built all this stuff. Ryan's found a perfect tree to hang out on.
Laminar flow is when water is flowing in a perfect arc and it is not rippling. It's not.
Yeah, it's like, it looks like glass.
Look at how laminar it is.
Yeah.
For something out in nature, this is pretty interesting. This is pretty cool. It's definitely being created by the leaves. There's a little bit of a leaves area here. I could even maybe adjust it.
Oh, you disturbed it. Very cool. Nice. Okay, we're still on the hunt for this waterfall. Look at the bone. That's a good sized bone here. Yeah. I'm gonna go check out these mushrooms Ryan found.
There's some crazy mushrooms up here, bro. Like the coolest ones you've seen all day. Come here. I haven't picked the cool ones, but I'm picking them.
Going on a mushroom hunt. Oh wow, this is really neat. Wow.
Such a big one, man. How deep does that stalk go? I want to know. It's time to find out.
And then there's another one here.
This one's so big, though. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a beefy one.
I wish I knew what kind of mushroom this was. Because, damn, these are cool. And look at this one. It's all purple.
Huh.
Another high chance of being psychedelic because of how purple it is.
Yep.
On the top there. Also, not going to do anything with it, though. Because I don't know.
Hey, I know people that might be watching this video are more into mushrooms than we are.
Please let us know. Please let me know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you guys know what these are.
We've seen like I don't know, at least 7 or 8 different kinds.
Yeah.
So like, if anyone knows, it would be wonderful. Because like, I would love to hear it straight from someone who actually understands, rather than having to, you know, scour the internet.
Exactly.
Thank you.
All right, we're crossing over more mushrooms. More fungus. And these have waves of color in them. Ryan just decided to run ahead because I'm running out of energy. Get a rude awakening on how out of shape I am. Here comes Ryan. High energy. Meow. The rocks and formations and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was about to go on a tangent about rabbit starvation, and if no one here has heard of rabbit starvation, the animal rabbit, it refers to the fact that up in places where it's very cold, like Alaska, other parts of the earth like that, where during the winter it's very hard to hunt, a lot of people will catch small game. If they only catch rabbits, and if you only eat rabbits, there is not physically enough nutrition inside of rabbits, no matter how much you eat,
Okay.
you could eat 50 rabbits and you would literally starve on a full stomach. People have starved on a full stomach.
It's called rabbit starvation.
Rabbit starvation. Because rabbits lack essential nutrients to the human body. So if you eat a diet of strictly rabbit, you will die on a full stomach of starvation.
There's something also that if you eat too much fish, like salmon in particular, I think.
that is because...
Is that a protein thing or something?
So the reason that is if you eat too much fish is because anything caught in the ocean has mercury. Mercury is a liquid metal. As you could maybe just like think of in your brain as the concept of a liquid metal entering your body, that sounds like a really bad idea.
Thermometers from the
Yeah.
50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Mercury.
And mercury is perfectly safe when you're touching it externally.
Yeah.
But once it gets in your body, it is one of the hardest things for your body to expel. It expels it.
And all fish,
slowest.
that's why they say don't eat too much tuna.
Yeah.
But
Any
I remember
fish.
seeing a survival show about these people in Alaska, and all they were eating was salmon.
Well, the thing
And they were
is, it's
saying
over
if they-
years.
No, they were saying if you only eat salmon for like all of winter or something, that's all you have, then you get sick, some kind of weird sickness. I don't know what it is. I'll have to look it up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it's like, I do know that that the mercury is usually why, and it builds up in your body over time. So it's not even something you have to worry about. A lot of people are very paranoid, and they'll be like, oh, like I only eat like 3 cans of tuna a week or something if they like tuna.
Yeah.
But you don't even have to worry about that. Like, you could go through an entire year where you eat a tuna sandwich every single day, and it won't do anything to your health. It's only if you do that for like 20 years,
Yeah.
then it'll be, because it's trace amounts. It's like tiny amounts of mercury. And it's just like, it's just in the ocean, and anything that lives in the ocean has it. That goes for any ocean life. It's not just fish, it's any seafood.
Okay.
So, something to be aware of, but
Thank you for your fun facts once again.
I guess so.
Hey everyone.
Hey y'all.
I hope you enjoyed our visit to the waterfall here in Indian Valley.
It's very enjoyable, very pretty.
Saw salamanders, saw lots of mushrooms. Ryan spit out fun facts for us.
Coyote,
Saw the coyote in the beginning. It's getting dark now.
heading back.
And we'll see you on our next adventure.
Thanks for tagging along.
Thanks for coming along.
Hope you have a good one.
We're getting close to the frog zone.